yes. All right, we're finally here. We are finally here, and this took a long time. I got a lot to talk to y'all about this morning. I got a lot to tell y'all. I know that I'm real late, y'all, but it wasn't possible to skate, y'all, and that's how it's going down now. Yo, but it's gonna be all right. We still do the show, still keep it tight. And you think I won't when I will, and we take those pills. Well, we only do that for the thrill, so we can get high. Ew. And we still number one, and we gonna do this thing until the daytime is done. And I'm on this midnight Nizown and it's Gizzo and Dizown. What's going on, T. Carey Wright? What's going on, Carol Chamberlain? Hey, Favorita's all up in the house. Listen. I'm late, but I got a story to tell. You know what I mean? Not on some biggie shit, but like I got a story to tell, and I'm gonna let y'all know exactly why I'm late now. It was unpreventable. But we still here, and it's still gonna be okay. We still do it like that, like an everyday thing. It won't, yeah. So it's a daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, baby. It's a daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, and we talking about how hard it is to feed into it. How hard it is to feed into it. Do you understand? Do you underdig? We are talking about how hard it is to feed into it. You know how when somebody has something that you want, you know when you have your desires all intact, and you have to try to decide whether you should move or whether you should stay. Should you go forward? Should you fall back? Should you go fast? Should you slow down? What should you do? It's like when they dangling the carrot in front of the mule. Will the mule walk, or will the mule say, wait a minute? Every time I move, the carrot moves. Well, so what are you doing? I don't like your moves. That's my word. So that's what we're talking about today on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. So y'all sit back, relax, and chill. We're going to get this thing right. So how hard is it to feed into it? How hard it is to feed into it. Do you understand what we're talking about? It's going down now on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. And I'm so late and I feel bad and my name is O. So that's what we doing. That's what we doing this morning. How hard is it or how easy it is to feed into it, baby? On the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. Sit back, relax, y'all. Sit back, relax. We're going to get this thing right. I know we late, but we're going to make up for the time as the time goes on. So, us, the quarantine show, me and you getting down like this. Oh. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R's. The Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, and it's going down. Listen, I know I'm late. I know that I'm supposed to be doing better than this. I know that right now I'm probably behind the 8 ball with y'all, but I need to tell y'all what happened. By the way, the title of the show is how hard it is to feed into it. How hard is, we really should say how easy or hard it is to feed into it because when we talk about things that we want in our lives, I mean, whether we're talking about money, whether we're talking about love, whether we're talking about sex, whether we're talking about material items, regardless of what we may be talking about, you know, when somebody has something that you want and they have it right in their hand and they saying, all you gotta do to get it is do this, and all you gotta do to have it is say that, and all you gotta do is go here and there, and I will give it to you. It will appear, yeah. And that might start sounding real good to you, but you know that there's a price to pay for everything. Nothing in this world is free. But when we start talking about our desires, sometimes we're talking about our gullibility that can be put on the line. We can be talking about our gullibility, mainly because when you want something, depending on the type of person you are, you may be willing to do whatever it takes to get it. You may be willing to willing to walk to Brooklyn to get some cheesecake, or you may be willing to walk to Canada in order to get health care for free. But is anything in life really for free? Is anything in life really free? Well, we're going to take a look at that, and we're going to take a strong, hard look at it, and we're going to see where we are when it comes to this type of thing. How hard or easy is it for you to feed into things when you're dealing with people that you love, people that you trust, people that you believe in, people that you want to see succeed? How easy or hard is it for you to feed into whatever they're saying? Because some people have a really good mouthpiece on them, boy. They be yakking it up, and they be talking it up, and they be chatting and yakking and chatting and yakking and yakking and chatting and chatting and yakking and talking and squawking and talking the game and the game. Yeah, they're running the game. They're running the game. It don't really sound the same as before. And when that's the case, you may start saying, well, even if the shit don't work out the way I want it to work out, it's still working out pretty good because I'm still going to leave with this, or it was worth the experience, or worth the chance, or whatever. Or at least I can say that I tried. Some people are good with that. Hey, at least I can say that I tried. I can say that I put my best foot forward. You would have to be crazy not to go for it. We've probably said those things in our lives, and we've probably meant those things in our lives. Have you said it? Is it real for you? Is it real, Flash? Is it real? Is it real, Flash? Hey! We're the lovers. We came here tonight to put them off the station with 6 stars shining bright. Shout out to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. But most of all, shout out to the Furious 5. They was the truth. They was the truth. How hard or easy is it to feed into it, baby? How easy or hard is it to feed into it? That's what we're talking about today on the Daily Go Getimism show. So let's get into it, man. Let me explain to y'all a little bit about why I'm late for the show. I got a phone call this morning. Hold on. Let me stop sharing the show for a minute and tell y'all what happened. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened, son. And when you hear what I'm talking about, I want y'all to tell me how easy or hard it would have been to turn this down or to accept this or whatever. How easy or hard would it have been for you to feed into it? So this is what happened. I was chilling. The show was going to start on time today, but I got a phone call while I was, chilling in the tub. Well, about to jump in the tub or whatever. And it was a temporary agency, a temp agency. A guy called from a temp agency called Aerotech. Y'all may have heard of it. Aerotech. It's a notable temp agency. It's one of those temp agencies where you can actually work for Aerotech in the company, not just being contracted out for a certain amount of time. You know how it is. If you've ever worked for a temp agency, Aerotech is a little bit different. They're a little bit more prestigious in that you can actually work for them and they pay you when you contract to other places. So it's depending on how you look at it and depending on how you view temporary jobs, services, whatever, work or whatever. Anyway, he was saying that he got my resume online. So he probably got it when I was looking for a job last year. He probably got it from Monster or Career Builder or whatever. And he was saying that, that I had warehouse experience. So I said, yeah, I do have warehouse experience, but I hadn't worked in a warehouse since 2011. The end of 2011. Matter of fact, I never made it to 2012. I quit around Christmas time, right? Like right after Christmas time. And I worked there for a couple of years. So anyway, up in North Jersey. So they still had my resume. They still had my experience online. And I'm thinking like, he must not have had my updated resume. So anyway, he was saying that with the coronavirus going on, Temple University Hospital, which is right around the way. I live in North Philly, where Temple University Hospital is. That's the hospital that I go to when there is a problem that I need to go to the hospital for. So anyway, he was saying that we are looking for warehouse supervisors to deal with the coronavirus the supplies that are going to be needed to treat people for coronavirus. And I'm thinking like, well, I've never wanted to work in a hospital setting, because when you work in a hospital setting, you have to get the flu shot. You have to adhere to all of those provisions. And nowadays, they're not going to accept the doctor's note for all of that. Anyway, those are my prejudices when it comes to working for a hospital. So he asked, was I looking for work? Now, y'all know I'm still working, but I wanted to hear what he had to say. So I was like, yeah, I want it because listen, my job is just as fragile and unstable now as anybody else's. So I was like, well, yeah, let me give him a listen. So he's telling me, well, yeah, this job pays $30 an hour. Now, Carol Chamberlain will tell you, me and her have talked extensively about being one of these $30 an hour niggas. One of these $30 an hour septa ass niggas, yo. But I was like, $30 an hour? We basically are in the Great Depression right now. I'm like, damn. What if my job, says, well, listen, the money ain't coming in right now. We don't know when this thing is going to end. So we're going to have to either get you to use your time off to as a temporary relief of a layoff. And then what if they say, well, listen, we have to lay you off for a little while. You're going to have to collect unemployment. So I said, $30 an hour on top of what I'm already making? I'm thinking I can fit this in. This is sounding all right. First of all, I'm looking at the phone and I'm like, well, why doesn't the caller ID say Aerotech? But more than likely, he's working from home. So he's asking me. He gave me he's asking me a series of questions. He's asking me a series of questions. Shout out to Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on? And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bang! You turn that out. And Charlene Curry. Charlene Curry. Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? Good to see you. So I'm thinking like, dang, on what I'm already making with $30 an hour. And he was saying that it was 12 hours a day. So I'm thinking like $12 an hour, 12 hours a day. I'm not really interested in a schedule like that. So but I'm doing the math inside my head because that's what I do. So I'm thinking like, yo, man, this ain't bad. By the way, make sure that y'all hit the like button as y'all come in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. But what we're talking about right now is the reason that I was late starting the show, and this is going to get interesting, y'all. So, and I want y'all feedback. I want y'all to let me know at the end of this story. I want y'all to let me know what y'all would have done because I'm really interested to know. I'm going to tell y'all what I did do, and then I want y'all feedback about whether y'all think I made the right decision or not. By the way, you can call into the show. 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yo, get your shine, baby. The Daily Go Get It Miss Show, and it's going down right now. Shout out to Ramona Piccolo in the background. What's going on, Miss Piccolo? Ooh. So check it out, right? So peep game. So they were saying that it was 12 hours a day. And in my head, I'm thinking like, if I'm working every day, I'm partially working from home. And some days I have to go in. And he said, you can either work the morning shift or the night shift. So immediately I'm like, yo, night shift. Boom. So I'm thinking like, yeah, the night shift, I'm working from home. So I work the night shift, come home, do my thing, blah, 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 blah. Now, honestly, this is sounding crazy to me, but I'm like, this thing is ringing in my head. A lot of people out of work today, and I'm being offered $30 an hour, and I didn't have to say shit, do shit, canvas shit, apply for shit, or ask for nothing. So I'm like 30 in the back. Like, wait a minute. Yo, this is a chance to stack some serious cash. Not serious cash, but this is good money on top of what I already make. I'm like, yo, this is sounding all right. Yeah. T. Carey Wright says $360 a day. I'm thinking like, now in my mind, Carrie, I'm thinking like, okay, they probably only want 3 days a week. So I work 3 days a week and I'll kind of be all right, even if it's beating me up. It is still a good look. So I'm like, all right, 3 on, 4 off, I can rest, because I'm thinking that they want nurse type of hours. Nurses work 12 hours a day, 3 days a week, and then they're off 4 days because, you don't want to get into overtime and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking they're thinking the same thing. So I'm like, all right, yeah, hold up. I think I might have to holler at this. This is sounding all right. So I had already told him that, and he calls me back. And he tells me, because I'm already thinking about it, whatever. Like, all right, get this money. Yeah, I can fit it in. You know what I'm saying? It's more than I want to do, and I don't really want to be around these COVID-19, patients, risking my health or whatever. But I know that I'm going to have on the suits and all of that. So I'm like, plus I got the Colin Ream and the Boulder Ream jumping off and all of that. I ain't gonna get that shit. I ain't gonna get that shit. Shout out to everybody who has contracted it. Shout out to those who have recovered. Shout out to those who are fighting it. Shout out to those who rest in peace. Shout out for those who have not made it. This thing is very, very real. It's not something that we can play around with anymore. And I think that people are starting to come to the realization that, this is not a joke. This is not a game. All right. Anyway, so he calls me back. And he gives me this whole questionnaire. And then he asks me, so are you comfortable? He has to ask me this questionnaire because he said, listen, you will be starting next week. I'm going to submit your resume and your answer over to the hiring manager. And then we're going to hook you up to get a drug test and a physical, and you'll be starting next week. We ready to get this thing on. You'll be contracted for about 3 months or until the coronavirus is under control. So I'm thinking like, all right, bet. So he asks me, are you okay with wearing the hazmat suits and, full personal protective equipment all day and being around coronavirus patients? And I'm like, on the inside, I'm like, no. But my mouth was like, yeah, I'm good with that. And then he said, he asked me, he said, the job requires that you work 6 to 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Are you okay with that? That's when everything went. Now, he asked me a series of questions before all of that. But yeah, when he asked me that, I was like, remember, I'm already in the mode of thinking that it's only going to be for 3 days a week. Because I'm like, they're not going to pay that OT. He was like, nah, 6 to 7 days a week at 12 hours a day. So now I have to really, really think about this, because I'm like, wait a minute. And I told him, I said, no, I'm not all right with that. I told him, I said, no, I'm not all right with that. Like, that's too many days. So I asked him, did he have another option? And he said, no. He said, no, this is this is what they're contracted for. It's a good opportunity, whatever, but this is basically for people who are out of work and need this, need this opportunity. And I'm thinking like, there's a part of me, y'all, that wanted to be like, fuck it. But I'm not really the type of person that will do anything for money. So even though the opportunity was right there, the money was right there, the opportunity was right there, the chance for a financial come up, and if I cared about it, like doing something for the community, and I'm not going to front, I'm not interested in doing anything in that fashion for the community. And y'all know the Black community is the only community that I give a shit about. I really don't care about any other community. So I said no. I said no. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That was a hard no. That wasn't easy for me to say no to. I said, nah. I was more like, what else you got? Like, can I do 3 a day? I could do 3 a day. And he was like, no, it says 6 to 7. And I turned it down. I said, nah, I'm good. And then I'm thinking, when I hung up with him, I'm thinking like, yo, did you make the right call? Did you do the right thing? And I'm not sure if that's what I did. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I see y'all putting the numbers up. So boy, Build and Destroy is all up in the house. She says $2,520 for 7 days. Wait a minute. It should be more than that, shouldn't it? It's got to be more than that. For 7 days? Is that all it is? Hold on, son. Is that all? Because if that's all, well, and that's before taxes. Let's see. Let's say 7 days a week. 7 times 12. It's 84. 84 hours. 84 hours. 84 hours times 30. You're right. 2,520 a week. Oh yeah, that's a week. I'm thinking about 80-hour schedule. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm bugging. Yeah, that's with 1 week. To me, that's decent money. I ain't gonna hold you. That's decent money right there. But I said no. What do y'all think? Should I have made that decision? Annette Davis says you made the right decision, Omar. You know what, Annette? That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't really want to be around that shit. I ain't gonna front. I don't really want to be around that. And I'm not desperate right now. But since we're talking about how easy or hard it is to feed into it, if I was a little bit more desperate, if I was hard up, if I was out of work, for real, there's no way I could have turned that down. There's no way. I would have had to eat that. And I would have been glad for the opportunity. I was glad for the opportunity to be able to build and add on, to attach myself to it. And I ain't gonna front. I want that money. I want that money. Now, of course, that's before taxes. But if you think about it over a 2-week period, you know what I mean? It would have been kind of stackadaisical. So what are y'all saying? You know what I'm saying? Emily says, no, nay, no, heck no, negative. I would have been like, I'm good over here. Really? Okay. Savoy says, too many days plus working those hours, leaving you open for low resistance, which means vulnerable to catch the virus. That's what I was thinking also. And that says I made the right decision. Queen Monica says you already know the toll that takes on you, and you still maintaining you're regular. Emily says, yes, you did. They wanted too much on the real. 6 or 7 days, and who knows, at some point they would have wanted more of your time. To like more than 12 days a week. I mean, 12 days an hour. I mean, more than 12 hours a day. Emily says, thank God you're still working. I ain't gonna lie about that, because that was what I was falling back on. Like, but think about it, y'all. If I wouldn't have been working right now, I would have had to have fed into that. That $30 an hour would have been sounding like $1 million. On some real shit. You know, I'm used to a regular struggle. Like, all right. Like, I feel like I should be able to buy a new cell phone with every check. I'm not that I want to, but I should have the option. This is a Daily Go Get It Business Show, y'all. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about how hard it is to feed into it. Right now, we're talking about the reason that I was late starting the show. The reason that I was late starting the show is because I got a job offer to work at a satellite hospital dealing with coronavirus patients for the next 3 months or whatever, until they get the virus under control. At $30 an hour, 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, fighting the Rona. Would you have done it? Would you do it? Most of my people are saying no. That's too much. You're putting yourself in a vulnerable position to ruin your health, and that ain't enough money for you to ruin your health with. I'm glad y'all think that way, man. But you know, if you really think about it, people have sacrificed their health and their lives for less than that. This is $30 an hour. It's not the most money that you could ever make on a job, but I think it's hard to deny that that's pretty decent cash. That's pretty decent cash, especially at a time like this, when we're going through we're on the eve of a depression, where people have already been laid off, already have to collect unemployment. Some people don't even have unemployment to be able to collect, and they just ass out. Did I make the right decision? Would you have made the same decision? Are you in a position to be able to say no? Luckily, by the grace of God, and my skill level, I was able to turn that down. Charlene Curry, she says, too much time consuming and no life or time to enjoy it. But it was only for 3 months. Charlene, you know what I mean? Sacrifice, baby. Sacrifice. God damn, this shit nasty. This is what I did, y'all. You know what this is? This is not Colin. This is lime water plus cayenne pepper, my regular, plus golden seal, plus cinnamon. Oh, actually ain't that bad. That initial. Golden seal, cayenne pepper, lime, and cinnamon. Like, look, we're gonna beat the Rona, baby. We're gonna get it up out of here. Get it out of here. I don't have the Rona. But the reason that I had to turn down that position was because I don't want to get the Rona. I believe that I'm healthy enough to be able to sustain, maintain, and recover from an illness if I got it. But a little bit of change is not enough for me to put my health on the line. I mean, up until this point, like I said, like I told y'all earlier in the show, I never wanted to work in a hospital because I'm not down to take the flu shot. And that's a requirement for you to work in a hospital. I'm not taking that. So, if I'm going to be fighting the Rona, eventually they would want me to take the coronavirus vaccine whenever that gets made. I'm not feeling that. Plus, they would want me to take the flu shot. So they were saying that I had to take the drug test. I could easily pass that, and the physical, and I could pass that easily too. However, down the line, how would my physical be? How would I be feeling physically on the physical? So I turned down that money, man. That I turned it down. So boy says, I probably would have thought about it my damn self if my job was in jeopardy. If I was out of work right now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I would be on here telling y'all, like, listen, I need y'all to pray for me. Because next week I'm be working with the Rona people. I'm gonna fight the Rona. I would have changed my profile on Facebook to I can't stay home. I'm essential. I can't stay home. Niggas is fighting the Rona out here, son. That's decent money, man. I mean, y'all can front all y'all want. I don't know how much y'all make, but $30 an hour ain't nothing to sneeze at. Sure, people make way more money than that, but to make that kind of money on top of whatever money you make already, that's not, But my health and well-being trumps all of that. It trumps all of that, son. And I know my mom would have been like, I know it's good money, but don't do that. I know that's what she would have said. So that's what we're talking about today, y'all. That was just my intro. What we're talking about based on what happened with me this morning. For those of y'all who are just coming in, I was telling everybody about a phone call that I got this morning about a job offer for $30 an hour, 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week to act as a supply supervisor in charge of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 crisis, contracted for 3 months. Would you have taken it? By the way, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. Make sure that you share the show. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em Show. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the, and we're talking about how hard it is to feed into it. How easy or hard would it have been for y'all to feed into it? How easy or hard would it have been for you to turn down that money? Would you have done it? In your opinion, did I do the right thing? Then we can talk about you. Like, what about the things that you have, that other people have had, opportunities that other people have had for you and with you? How hard has it been for you to turn it down or feed into it, as we're going to get into? How hard, when something is sounding good to you, when an opportunity is right there on the table for you, how hard or easy is it to feed into it? Do you call it feeding into it? Do you even call it feeding into it? Do you call it something else? Do you feel like it's not feeding into it? When an opportunity is on the table, you got to take advantage of opportunities. You got to take advantage of the opportunities, baby. A lot of men will feed into a woman who is beautiful, who has a dancer body. She has a stripper body. And dudes will feed into it, giving her money and all of that kind of stuff. And maybe even, either pay her for sexual favors or whatever. But how easy or hard is it for you to feed into it? You know what I mean? You can't control when you lack self-control. Of course, it's going to be easier for you to feed into something than it would be for you to reject it or to even scrutinize. Some people can't control their desires. When they see something, how how dogs, a hungry dog will eat before they even sniff something. They'll start. Cats always sniff first. Like, wait, whoa, wait a minute. But a dog will go in. That's why it's so easy to poison a dog. It's a little harder to poison a cat. But it is what it is. And then David says that ain't nothing to sneeze at. It ain't. That's decent money, man. There's cats out here. Listen, we still have the fight for $15 an hour movement going on out here. For people who work in fast food. And I'm talking about $30. We talking about double that an hour. People out here fighting to make $15 an hour. Now, anybody who makes $15 an hour knows that with the cost of living in most places, that ain't no kind of money. And I'm not dissing nobody who makes $15 an hour. But at $15 an hour, you're barely making $30 a year. I mean, I'm sorry, $30,000 a year. And in today's economy, $30 an hour it's not a lot of money. It's just, I'm sorry, y'all. $30,000 a year is not a lot of money. If you have children, if you have a home, a car, whatever, that's a tough. It's a tough situation to be in. And a lot of people are in that situation. So when something is on the table for you, when opportunities are on the table for you, how easy or hard is it for you to turn down certain things? Do you feed into it? It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be sex. But a lot of times, for a lot of men, for a lot of people, sex and money are the things that raise people's eyebrows. Like, wait, hold on now. Wait a goddamn minute. Well, what we talking about over here? The stripper John gonna give me that? The porno star? I don't know what it is about men, wanting to have sex with a woman that he has seen have sex with somebody else. I don't know what that's about. I don't want to have sex with any woman that I've seen have sex. I want to be like, I want it to be a mystery for me. Like, yo, I don't want to already know what she's going to do. I wanted to be like, yo, wait till she see this shit. Yo, I'm going to show her a thing or two. But men will go for it. If you have a sex addiction, or you just super thirsty, a lot of men will go for it. Like, man, I'm going for mine. I'm going for mine. A lot of men don't mind coming behind other men. Like, I want my ass to be fresh. But a lot of men, they don't care about that. A lot of men, they say, shit. You ain't, if she ain't a virgin, you coming behind somebody. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But do I have to be right there bearing witness to it? Is that what I got to do? Is it? So, yeah. What about when you have been with somebody before, y'all? How like you in love with somebody and you may have really been deep in love with them. whatever, but they lied to you, they cheated on you, they deceived you, they always disappointed you, let you down. This is they may have been the type of person that you just couldn't put your confidence in, because that they were always there were always ulterior motives dealing with this person. But you want to be with them. You want to see them succeed. You want to succeed with them. You want y'all to succeed together. So even though the love that you had with that person is shaky, is janky, is unstable, is unorthodox, and it's dysfunctional, when they come back around and they start talking that good shit to you, how easy or hard is it for you to be like, nah, you burned me before, you messed things up with us before, you fucked up everything before, I can't put my trust in you anymore? How easy or hard is it for you to do that? That's what we want to know. That's what we're talking about when we say how hard it is to feed into it. Like, when the love of your life, when the person that you always wanted to be with, when they come back through and be like, hey, babe, look, check it out, man. Listen, baby, let me put the mic, put it right here. Let me talk to you for a minute, Mom. Listen, I know I fucked up before. I know I messed up before. I did a whole lot of foul shit to you. I did things to you that I just can't even believe that I had the character to do. And you stood by me, you stuck with me, you rode out with me. You a real ride or die. And I didn't seem to appreciate that. But look, I'm here and I've changed. I see the good in you. I always have, even though it didn't show. But I want you to know that from here on out, you can start to depend on me. I'm going to be there. And I'm going to show you what love is really all about. And I'm going to make up for all of the times that I let you down, all of the times I disappointed you, and all of the times that I lost, that I allowed you to lose confidence in me. I want to be with you, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying we won't be together all the way. You know what I'm saying? I just went to the jewelry store. I'm about to put this ring. I'm about to, put this money on this ring. I'm coming back through. And I want it to be me and you together forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that. Carve your initials in the tree, love, baby. You know how we do. You know what I mean? And I want you to think long and hard about this, because I know you, and I know you know me. I mean, we don't have to. We're not in unfamiliar territory right here. But I want you to know this is the new me, though. This is the man that you knew that I could be. This is the man that's here for you. It's all about you, as a matter of fact. So listen, if you give me this chance, you're going to make me the happiest man in the world. And in exchange for that, I'm going to make you the happiest woman that could possibly be. You about to get the best that I got, or some, like on some Anita Baker type shit. That shit going to start sounding good, y'all. It's going to start sounding good. But when it starts sounding good, how good does it sound? Will you be like, no, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You know how it is when your heart be like, I say give him one more chance, or I say give her one more chance. Your mind be like, man, you got to be out of your goddamn mind. This cat is a shyster. They shifty. They shysty. They was never down. You would have to be a dickhead to feed into this one more time. But how hard or easy is it for you to feed into it? Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Have y'all been through it before? Have you been through this type of situation before where yeah, it was a loving type of situation and you really wanted to be with this person, but every time that y'all tried to get together, something bad happened because they wouldn't let anything good happen? Have you ever been in a situation where the love was on the line and you really wanted to be with this person, and they could basically get you to feed into anything that they want. That the problem might have been that every time you fed into their loving situation, they wind up taking you for some more money, playing you for some more your time, chipping away at your heart, shaving away, planing down your ability to trust. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. I'm your host, Son 752, aka Omar with the. If you would like to call in and talk about this situation, if you would like to get on the microphone or on the telephone, I invite you to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show. So, how hard is it to feed into it? Have you been there? Have you been there? Have you been there? What y'all talking about? Shirley Hudson says, at the end of the day, you can make tons of money, but will you be able to spend it the next day? You can't take it with you. But it was only for 3 months. So I could have stacked that money. I could have stacked that and still been all right. I mean, y'all understand what I'm talking about? Like, I mean, since y'all still on the whole job thing, it wasn't for a long time. I wouldn't have been worried about taking it with me. It was 3 months, a 3-month contract. I could have gotten the money. I could have got the money and then just straight like worked there for a few weeks and been like, yo, this shit ain't for me. I'm tired. But I'd have had, 2 good checks on the come up. T. Carey Wright says, men and women feed into their baby mama or baby mamas or daddies BS just for the kids or to see the kids. Yeah. But it's different. When it's for you, feeding into something for your children or whatever, that can happen. That can happen in a relationship or it can happen with money. Like if you have the opportunity to make sure that you have a better financial situation going on for you or your kids, there may be chances that you're willing to take. And so you may be willing to feed into certain things when it comes to that situation. And I can't say that that's a bad thing because you have to make calculated decisions as an adult. If you're going to be somebody's parent, then you have to be an adult, or you should be an adult. And as an adult, you should learn from your experiences, good and bad, and be able to make well-informed decisions. Does everybody have the ability to do that? No. Should you? Yes. How hard or easy is it to feed into it? How easy or how hard is it to feed into it? Annette Davis says, yes, sir. Been there, done that. Okay. How would you know if they have actually changed if you don't give them a chance? You wouldn't. Me personally, this is how I would probably approach this situation. Well, hold on. Let me give y'all the optimistic me, and let me give y'all the real me. I mean, the real me is optimistic, but the real me scrutinizes every fucking thing. And I mean everything. I've learned to be very cynical over the years. Sometimes, it pisses people off. Like, why can't you just have, man, fuck all that. Anyway, the optimistic me would say, well, yeah, people can change. I've changed. I stopped drinking overnight. That was a change. So maybe it could happen. So the the optimistic me may say, well, I'm going to see what this is about and see if she really has changed. Let me give it a shot, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, a month, and see if she is maintaining. See if she can hold her breath for at least a month. That's the optimistic me. The realistic me, the actual Omar with the Sun 752 would have been like, no. The real me would have been like, would have just asked, well, would have delved back into our personal history with each other and see how many times, like, see how she has acted in situations where her back has been up against the wall. That's what the real me does. Like, well, all the other times that you've conceded, all the other times when you have apologized, all the other times when you have thrown yourself on the mercy of the court, how far did things have to go in order for you to do that? When you have been wrong in a situation, have you been historically quick to acknowledge, yo, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know what was going on with me, and I'm really going to try to make that better. Or have you been the type that have stuck by that bullshit? Well, no. Like on some Donald Trump shit, like, no, that wasn't my fault. Or everybody does that. Or don't act like you ain't never do nothing, this or that and the third before. Have you been like that? Because I'm like, well, if people can change overnight, why are they trying to convince somebody that they have changed overnight? When I stopped drinking, like I said, I stopped drinking overnight, but I didn't try to convince anybody that I didn't drink overnight. I didn't come around the next weekend like, yo, I don't drink no more. I don't drink no more. No, it took me months of just turning drinks down for me to finally admit to people that I don't drink anymore. I didn't want to admit it to them or myself. And I didn't think it was important for me to make the announcement. I didn't. I wanted to be sure. I feel like I changed, but I needed to be sure that I have changed. So I put myself in situations where there was drinking, where there was smoking or getting whatever. I definitely wasn't going back to smoking weed and all of that. I really don't like the high. But you know, like, I didn't feel the need to be an overnight success. Once I was sure that I didn't want to drink anymore, I just kept doing what I was doing. It's like, well, I stopped drinking a while back. I didn't say that I don't drink anymore. I said I stopped drinking a while back. I wasn't like, oh, I don't drink no more. Like, that's something I used to do. No, because I wasn't 100% sure. I had never heard of anybody changing overnight. And I know most people don't do it. Most people will say that they've changed, so you'll give them what they want, and then they can turn the hourglass over and start doing the same shit that they had been doing before. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. What would y'all do? The love of your life. The love of your life has come through, and they are willing to put you in the pumpkin carriage, the pumpkin horse and carriage, and ride you to the ball. The ball. You in love with somebody, and you love them a lot, and you really want a life with them. How easy would it be for you to feed into their influence? How easy would it be to get you to get back on their side? How easy or hard would it be for you to start the process of y'all being together like that? Are you with it? Are you with it? That's what we're talking about today on the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's really good? Have you been there? I mean, like I was talking about the money earlier today. Listen, man. Hold on. Before I get into the money thing, let's stay on this loving situation, because love is a situation that makes people act in ways that they really wouldn't have predicted themselves to act had this not been the situation. It separates the men from the boys. It separates a man from animals. Love separates man from animals. And I'm not saying that that animals don't love because they obviously have some type of affection for those for people who you know who treat them well and who train them. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think that y'all would do in a situation where you really wanted to be with somebody and y'all had previously had problems being together because that person that you wanted to be with just wouldn't comply. They wouldn't act right. They kept acting up. They kept acting up. They kept running interference. They kept doing things that you really didn't like, but you still love them. As I always say, you love them to death, resuscitate them, and love them back to life. If they came through and told you that they had changed and that they were ready for you and them to be together, how easy or hard would it be for you to feed into it? Have you done it? Have you been there? Have you been there? Has your ex or your ex spouse ever come through and made you a bunch of promises? Promises of love, promises of a future, promises of a life, promises of the promise. Have you done it? Would you do it? Emily says, we're not still on that. You just late reading comments. Well, there aren't any other new comments, really. And that David says, the love of my life knows what I'm about, even though we're not together, and I know what he's about. Emily says, sadly, that particular situation would be so damn easy at this moment. Easy in what direction? Would it be easy for you to turn it down, or would it be easy for you to feed into it? Would you feed into it? Is that a situation that you feel like would be palatable for you? Is that a good look for you? Is that a good life for you? I want to know, could that nigga come through and scoop you? I want to know, could that nigga come and hold you down? I want to know, could that nigga come through and get you and make you take your shirt off and pull your panties down? I'm just kidding around because sex it might be the easiest thing for you, but a life, a love, a situation, where you have had your feelings hurt before, where you have had your heart broken before, where you have been disappointed before, time and time again, maybe. To the point where you said, no goddamn more. Don't come by here darkening my door again, because I'm not going for it. Not going for it. Charlene Curry says, I've been there before, and 40 or so years later, we tried it again, and it was a beautiful thing for 3 to 4 years, and then they passed away. Damn, Charlene. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Charlene. Damn, that's crazy. 30 to 40. Wait, hold on. How much longer? How much later? 40 or so years later, we tried it again. Well, damn, Charlie, how old are you? What you met? It was when y'all was teenagers, and then y'all got back together. You don't have to answer how old you are. I'm just saying that's a long break. 40 or so years later, we tried it again, and it was a beautiful thing for 3 to 4 years, and then they passed away. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Really, really. My condolences to your lost love. Emily says, me feeding into it. Yes, it would be good. Okay. Annette says, I'm willing to give it a try again. Okay. Sure Husband says, oh, so slow songs don't get instruments? No. Well, they could. I just didn't think of it. um, let me say this. So you have to feel the words, not the beat and slow music. Anyway, but yeah, that's that. I mean, would you feed into it? Would you feed into it? It's a tough situation. You know, I mean, we have a lot of things going on out here in the world. We do. You know, there are a lot of things to feed into right now. Watching the news, this whole coronavirus thing is off the chain. It's off the hook. It's off the meat rack. It is. Are we feeding into all of the information that's available out there? Is that what's going on? For my people who watch the news a lot, you have to be feeding into it because there's no reason that you would keep looking at that shit. You know, it's, man, listen. Man, listen. I done fucked around and got used to this shit. I think the cinnamon takes some of the heat off of the cayenne pepper. So it's not, I'm not feeling the rumble jumble. 5 minutes it lasted. And I don't really taste the golden seal. I know after this show, I'm gonna have a date with destiny. Okay. Damn, Charlene. She says I lost him 8-2, 8-19 last year. Damn, I ain't even know that shit. Damn. Yo, my condolences once again. Wow. August last year. Damn. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. I really am. Really, 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 really. So boy says my tongue is numb. It is not. It is not. Annette Davis says, I fell into it hook, line, and sinker. It can happen. I mean, listen, man, you know, love is one of those things. You know, money is one thing. I can understand why people feed into a situation where they think that they're gonna make a lot of money. Why not? Why not? But when you start talking about your heart, you start talking about the way you feel about yourself, the way that you feel about life, the way that you feel about your future. You're talking about something that you can hold on to, something that you can grab onto, something that you can that you talk about your happiness. Your happiness, why you are trying to enjoy your time here in this world, on earth. That shit's real, son. That shit is real. So I can't be mad at you. You know, I can't be mad at somebody for looking for love and feeding into somebody, you know, being willing to be that person, that love, that structure, that world that we've been looking for. A lot of people out here have money. Not a lot of people out here have love. Everybody ain't got that. Everybody out here doesn't have that. And you can see the difference between the way that a person that has love in their life acts versus a person that doesn't have love in their life. You see the difference. It ain't hard to tell at all. It ain't hard to tell at all. So when you get in a situation where you're finally going to get what you've been looking for from the person that you've been looking to provide it, I can understand feeding into that. But does your ability or inability to feed into that, does it trickle down into other things? Does it get in the way in other ways? Does it get into does it get in the way in other ways? Does it come back to bite you on the ass? That's what we need to find out about, whether you feed into it or not. Feeding into it. Does feeding into it, is that a negative way to look at it? Oh, shit, Charlene, she says I'm 64, and thank you. Oh, okay. All right, that's what's up. I'm still sorry, that you lost your love. I am. You know what I mean? Because you my Charlene, Charlene. Word up. Emily says he did call weeks ago, but hell no, Rona out there. So you will put the love of your life, the love of your life, and the love of your life. You will put that on hold because you would make them get checked for the Rona first. You can't get a test out here. That is interesting. Real interesting. You know what I'm saying? He said the Rona is out here. Word. But okay. All right. If that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes. But it could be money. It could be information. A lot of information is being spread out here about the coronavirus. A lot of information, false information, is being spread out here about the Rona, and we have to be careful about our ability or inability to feed into the information. What if you have the inability to feed into anything? So you're so pessimistic and you're so apprehensive and you're so suspicious. You on that Donald Trump shit, like this shit is a hoax. It's just bullshit. This is just something that the Democrats created in order to get me up out of office. What if you take that type of approach? So the good information that you have available out here, you are rejecting because you don't believe that it's a real thing. And next thing you know, you wind up catching this shit and getting extremely sick or dying off of this shit. Just because you wouldn't feed into it. Is that even feeding into it? Is that the word to use? That may not be the word that we're looking for, feeding into it. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, y'all. You know what I mean? We should be seeing, if it's 11 people in here, we should be seeing 11 likes. You know what I mean? Y'all might be low on the like thing. I need y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like. Make sure you like the show. If you're just coming into the show, checking it out, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Like first, subscribe to the channel afterwards. Like first, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. This is the Daily Go Getimism show. We come on every day. So, be down with the crew. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Each and every last one of you. Yes, we true. So, yeah. Feeding into it. Your ability or inability to feed into it. Your ability or inability to feed into it. That's right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button. Hit the like. I need that like from you. I need the like. Thank you. Like, subscribe, like. Love and money. Those are the easiest ways to get somebody to feed into something. It's a no-brainer. If you're broke and you need money and somebody is putting out an opportunity for you to be able to make a couple of dollars, how hard is it going to be for you to feed into it or to not feed into it? Is it even an option for you not to feed into it? Is it even an option for you to not feed into it? Is it an option for you to not feed into it? Or is it a situation where you like, shit, I need this money. My kids got to eat. I need food on the table. I need a roof overhead. I need clothes on my back. I need a car note paid and my rent and my mortgage, y'all. Y'all know how the money spent. It's going down. I need the money now. You talking that money, it really sounds like something that I need to be down with. I can't deal with the mask and gloves and the pushes and the shoves. I'm not about stealing, but I'm still reeling off the money that I lost last month. I gotta get over the hump. I gotta get over the hump. My name is Sun75. I do things my way, but I need to pay all of my bills today. Hey, yo, it's going down. Yeah, it's going down. Need the money now. My name is Omar, and that's what the. If I don't get this money today, this shit is. I need the dough, y'all. I need the dough, y'all. I need the dough, y'all. My name is Emily Dunlap, and I need the CPAP. I need the money. Yo, give me that shit, Pat. Give that dough. Yo, give me that dough. Yo, give me that dough. Need the money. Yo, my name is Sean. Hold on. My name is Charlene Curry, and I got this money in a hurry. Yo, I put it in the ground, buried that money. I had to put it away because I gotta have the money for another day. Yo, give me that dough. Yo, give me that dough. Yo, give me that dough. What's up with the money? Yo, you can feed into somebody here who has an opportunity for you. Sometimes it can be easy for you to feed into it. You know, my name is Saboy, Build and Destroy, and I need that money right now. Take it out my hand, boy. Yo, give me that dough. Yo, give me that dough. The money to pay my bills and get that shit, yo. Do you understand? Do you underdig? Let me see. And it says, my supervisor tried to bait me into an argument about the 45th, and I didn't fall into it. Great example. Great example, Annette. Great example. People will bait you into feeding into a situation where you're going to say a whole lot of crazy stuff or things that going to have to will make you have to answer questions later on that you ain't trying to get into that shit. Like, you ain't trying to get into that. No. Not feeding into it. Good job on not feeding into it. And then David says, this show got me feeling like LL Cool J. I need love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove for the first time in my life. I see I need love. And there I was, giggling about the games that I played with many hearts, and I ain't saying no names. Feeding into it. Feeding into it. Sometimes you ain't really with the BS, and sometimes you with it. Sometimes you gotta be with it for the moment. You may not be with it for yourself personally, but you may be in it for with it for somebody else, some other situation, some other type of situation. Emily says, Annette, that's great that you didn't. I have a person on my page that commented she's still going to vote for Trump. I commented, told her if that's what she wanted, go for it. Exactly. You can't talk to motherfuckers out of that. Hey. Cheryl Hudson said, did someone take your drums? All right, y'all want some drums? All right, fuck it. First, let's do a little tambourine. You know what I'm saying? What I mean, keep the shit clean. Let's do that tambourine. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand what a man means. Yo, it's a Go Get 'Em show, the DG show. We do it every day. Yo, stop acting slow. Make sure you come to the show fast. Get that ass on the computer or on your phone. We make sure we do it every day. Never leave it alone. If I miss a day, I don't feel good. If y'all miss a day, it's understood. My name is Sun75, and we do this shit 9 to 5, and we do it all the way live. When you turn on your computer screen, make sure that you see the shit. Make sure you get seen. I read your comments right on line, and I make sure that just like the sun, we all shine. You're gonna get yours, I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna do it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. 1 time for your mind. It's all about this and that. I make sure I flip it like a hat. And I get back to you when the show's done. And for the time being, we gonna have fun. I was talking about feeding into it. Y'all was talking about needing into it. We gonna make sure that we get it off, and I make sure that the show is hard, not soft. Speaking of hard and soft, that's cocaine, but I'm not trying to get that shit into your brain, but I want to make sure that y'all get addicted to the show every day so we can kick it. What are you talking about? Yo, no doubt. My name is Sun752. I'll give a shout. Cheryl Hudson is all up in the house. That's my word. Yeah, that's my word. Emily Dunlap is in the house, and that's my truth. Yeah, that's a truth. And she carried right. Yeah, and she got all the proof. And the boy building the store. Make sure that you understand that it's not a convoy. Monica Davis, Queen Monica Davis. Monica Davis. All right. Get it popping up. So y'all, fuck it. We're gonna do this shit. Sunset fly, do things my way. Give a fuck what the next man say. I don't play. When it comes to my health, make sure that you understand that your health is wealth, and make sure that when we get on the drums and get the drummers up, 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 get the drummers up. So y'all can't say I didn't do it. So anyway, we was talking about was your ability to feed into it or not feed into it. Your ability to feed into it or not feed into it. When you have an opportunity, when you have a love in front of you, when you have sex in front of you, when you have money in front of you, when you don't think that the consequences of your actions are going to be bad for you, do you feed into it? Do you feed into it? You know, are you like a fish on the hook? Are you like a fish on a hook? Are you like a fish on the hook? All of us, I'm sure, at some point in our lives have put our trust into somebody or something that we probably regret putting our trust into. How bad did it get? Sometimes it may have worked out. Some of us may be just thankful for the experience. We may just be thankful for the experience. Like, well, it may not have gone exactly the way that I wanted it to go, and I didn't get everything out of it that I wanted to get. But hey, I made it through it, and I'm a better person because of it. I'm a better person because of it. Because if I hadn't gone through that, then I wouldn't understand certain things, and I wouldn't be able to speak from this experience, and I wouldn't be able to warn you, and I wouldn't be able to teach you, and I wouldn't be able to show you, and I wouldn't be able to inform you. Ooh. So feeding into it. I mean, I could flip this and talk about myself. Many of y'all, a lot of y'all come to this show every day, but the information that I give y'all, how do y'all feel about it? Like, do y'all feel like, for the most part, he tells the truth, or like, he talk a lot of shit, but fuck it. He's entertaining sometimes, so I still give him a shot. It's all good. I would like to be the former. I would like to be the type of a person that has the integrity that people feel like, well, if he don't know, he'll say he doesn't know. And if he does know, he's going to be real passionate about it. He's going to push the envelope. But he's credible. Being credible. It's not all that easy to be. A lot of people may have your love and sometimes even your respect, but they aren't credible. They aren't somebody that you can put that you can put your trust into. They aren't somebody that you can say, all right, no matter what, I know that they're not going to steer me wrong. They're not going to point me in the wrong direction. They're not going to say things or do things to steer me in the wrong direction. They're not about that life. Being able to trust somebody in these days and times is not an easy thing to do. It can be very difficult. So we want to make sure that we put ourselves in a position to be able to be trustworthy and to trust others. How well are we doing? When it comes to our children, how well are we teaching our children to make sure that they have some discernment, that they are able to separate truth from fiction, fact from fiction, truth from lies? How well are we doing that? Are we giving them what they need? You understand what I mean? Are we giving them what they need, as far as are we teaching them how to know what's real, what's Memorex, what's real, what's artificial, what's authentic or official, and what is unofficial or a duplicate, a replica. How well are we doing? How well are we training our babies? How well do we know ourselves? If you think about the history of your life, how well have you done as far as making sure that you have investigated information that was given to you? How well? You know, people have joined religions, people have joined movements and cults and all kinds of crazy shit. You know, searching for their brand of truth, searching for somebody or something that they could put their love and trust into. How well have they fed into it? How well have you fed into it? What's your history? Have you sold into something or sold out of something? You understand what I'm saying? Have you fed into things or have you rejected some things? I mean, and really, I guess we would have to ask, have we rejected things that were good for us instead of knowing how to break things down and scrutinize correctly so that we would make better decisions, well-informed decisions? How well have we done with that? Feeding into it, baby. Feeding into it. How are we doing? How's my driving? Your disappointment level. How much have you been disappointed in the decisions that you have made over the years? How well? You know, I always think that it's intriguing when I see people who have had children by other people and they like, yo, I can't stand him or I can't stand her. I'm like, you had kids? What do you mean? You know, what do you mean you can't stand them? You know, because that when you have a child by somebody, when you have a child with somebody, you know that you see that person in your children. You're gonna see it in them. You're gonna see their facial their facial expressions, the way their body movements. You're gonna see clues. That's why when women be talking about something, I didn't know who the father was or whatever, I'm like, there's some things you can't fucking fake. You can't fake DNA, and that's whether you get the test or not. You can't fake being like somebody that you have never been around. You can't fake that. You can't fake it. So if a woman has, if a man has had sex with a woman and he just accepts, okay, if a man has sex with a woman and the woman says that she's pregnant and he has some reservations or suspicions that he may not be the father, I don't think that it should be that hard to know whether you are the father of a child or not. Once the child starts getting a little older, you'll start to see. Even if the child doesn't look that much like you, watch your body movements. Watch the things that can't be taught when you're not around. Watch the things that can't be taught when you're not around. If that baby start acting like you or people in your family, they can't fake that. That don't even have nothing to do with DNA. You understand what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with DNA. That has everything to do with your genetic code. Your ability to do certain things versus not being able to do other things. That has everything to do with your bloodline. So whether you feed into that or not, you can't fake that. So when a man does feed into like, well, I was there, I had sex, so there's a chance that the baby might be mine. Just be patient, homie. Just be patient. Time will tell. You watch for that baby. You watch for your bloodline and your people's in your baby. All right. You may have, it may cost you a couple of dollars around the way. I mean, along the way, but by the time that child gets around 5, 6 years old, and maybe if you a stingy dude, you be like, I ain't got that long to be waiting to see if a child is mine. But the truth will come to you. The truth will be revealed. I know just how you feel, but this time love's for real, and time it will reveal. That special love that's deep inside of us will all reveal in time. So whether you feed into it today, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up about all the decisions that you made. Just beat yourself up about a couple of them, John. You know, but nonetheless, life goes on. So whatever you feed into, just know that that's going to build on your experience. That's going to build on your knowledge base. That's going to build on your wisdom. That's going to be able to be something that you can teach to others that you don't know. That's all that's about. That's where we are. That's where we are with it. All right, y'all. We're about to get on up out of here. We got some birthday shout outs to do. Oh, yes, we do. We got some birthday. It's birthday. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. My brother, my big brother, PJ, as the family calls him, but his name is Philip Augustine. My big brother, PJ, it's your birthday today. And although you're down there in Florida making a great life for yourself, and you always are doing that, I want to give a big birthday shout out to you, big bro. Happy birthday to you. Also, Mercy Bolo turning 34 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Delane Jones turning 51 years old today. And Lynn Williams turning 51 years old today. And Ryan T. Posey turning 35 years old today. And Ivy Summons Johnson turning 41 years old today. And my girl, Paulette Myers, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my brother, my mans in them, Bobby Romero. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious April 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo, listen, y'all. First of all, I want to apologize for being late. Second of all, I want to thank y'all, from the bottom of my heart for feeding into this show, feeding into this movement, feeding into this situation, feeding into this crowd, feeding into this group, feeding into this thing of ours, this La Cosa Nostra. I want to thank y'all for coming through and always supporting the Daily Go Get 'Emism show. Thank y'all for sharing the show. Thank y'all for being down. Thank y'all for supporting this whole thing. And when we talk about feeding into something, we're talking about your desires. We're talking about something that you want. We're talking about your wants. We're talking about your needs. The struggle to find yourself out here is a long struggle. And we have been trying to help each other do just that for years. And we will continue this movement. We will continue this fight for however long it takes in order for us to discover what we need to discover out there so we can be the best that we can. And that's for us personally. That trickles down to our children, our families, our friends, our neighborhoods, our communities, the world that lives around us, the world that we live in, and the world that lives within us. So I want y'all to know that each and every waking day of my life, I appreciate y'all coming through and reinforcing the reason that I even participate into this kind of thing, you know? So for the people who are just coming through, I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure that y'all push the like button, press the like button, like the show, and make sure that y'all share the show if y'all can do that. And you can definitely do that. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. You know what I'm saying? So love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all back to life. I want y'all to have a great day. Peace to all my people who have succumbed to complications from the coronavirus. Peace to all of my people that are fighting it right now. I have people on my friends list that are fighting it right now. I'm very concerned about that. My prayers, please. Oh, I want to ask that y'all please send prayers out to Darlene Mabin. She is and Crystal Rice. Those are two people that I know for a fact are battling that shit. I don't know if Crystal is battling it personally, but I know that Darlene is. And, I want to make sure that we send her all of the universal love, all of the godly love, all of the love is love that she could possibly have. You know what I'm saying? So, we want her to, she's a nurse and she has been exposed to it by her patient. And, so we want to make sure that our people know that we support them and that we're there for them and that we're sending them that godly universal love, that family love, and that we're pulling for them to make it through with flying colors. So get with that. And also, don't forget about the Legacy of a Nation show coming on at 6:00 today. That stuff. Make sure that y'all listen to the Legacy of a Nation show later on today. Let me see if we have a topic for the Legacy of a Nation. The Legacy of a Nation. All right. I don't know what the Legacy of a Nation show is going to be about tonight, but you could best believe, honey, it's going to be a stone. I mean, you can bet your last money that it's going to be a stone gas, honey. So it's going to be your ride and everything is going to be your ride. Thank you. Whoa. All right. So with that being said, on behalf of the Daily Go Getimism Urban Therapy with Sun 752, Omar with the I want y'all to have a great day. Make sure y'all come through and check out the Legacy of a Nation show later on. It won't be on YouTube. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call if you want to check out the Legacy of a Nation show. We represent that Aboriginal community. We represent that indigenous community. We represent that native status. You know what I'm saying? That black and brown that always been around. You didn't know? Well, you know now. I holler back at y'all. Y'all be the best that you can be today. I said, I holla. Peace, y'all. All righty then.